Ian, Adam Woodyard, had been secretly meeting with the woman he had married twice in the countryside as Jane was hoping to reconnect with their son Bobby Beale, Clay Milner Russell. Following the cliffhanger confrontation between Cindy Beale, Michelle Collins, and Jane, the former demanded answers and both Ian and Jane explained. The tense situation grew more dramatic when Peter, Thomas Law, and Bobby arrived after the former drove off following his mother Cindy and her ex-husband George Knight, Colin Salmon, to Ian's mystery location. Bobby had stowed away in the van after realizing Peter knew what was happening but was hiding the situation. An upset Cindy marched out desiring to leave, but George suggested she stay to hear Jane and ask any questions. Cindy revealed her insecurity about the fact Jane had been the one to raise her children. As Jane prepared some pizzas and salads, she asked about Bobby's life and he and his family revealed some details. Jane was revealed to be managing a local shop in her village and that the countryside was peaceful, but she was not entirely happy. However, resentments and issues rose to the surface as Cindy railed at Jane for her role in covering up Lucy Beale's Hetty-Bywater murder. Yet, Jane in turn exploded at her, revealing how all her actions were as a mother protecting Bobby and calling out Cindy for abandoning her Beale children who Jane raised as her own while Cindy played dead and lived in Spain. The calling out of Cindy's parental failings earned Jane a slap, but Jane also revealed her deep love for Bobby and how he's the only child she'll ever have of her own after it was rendered impossible to have biological children as Cindy's eldest son Stephen Beale, most recently played by Aaron Sidwell, shot Jane's womb. This revelation shook Cindy. It was after this that an anxious Bobby then finally spoke up and revealed that despite his job, friends and relationship with Anna, he struggles with his OCD and constantly feels he needs to think about Lucy or something bad will happen. Bobby then stated that he agreed with Cindy and would never understand Jane's actions around covering up Lucy's murder and wasn't sure whether he would ever want Jane in his life. An upset Bobby fled the cottage and Peter chased after him, with Ian later revealing that they had gone to the local pub. Oddly, Cindy tried to comfort and upset Jane in the kitchen, comparing Jane's attempts to reconnect with Bobby to her own situation with Gina and Anna. Cindy also apologized to Jane for what happened with Stephen, while Jane offered her own heartfelt apology for what happened with Lucy. Cindy then suggested that they open another bottle of wine. After a chat with George about his relationship with Cindy and both realizing that she isn't good for either of them, Ian concluded. However, after Jane offered some advice on how best to treat Ian and revealed that it had been Ian's idea to stay overnight, a furious Cindy marched out of the kitchen to leave and ordered Ian to drive them home and do some groveling on the way. However, Ian refused, saying he would wait for Peter and Bobby to return from the local pub and sort out his family, and if can't accept that then she could find some other mug to drive round the bend. The episode ended with Cindy horrified as Ian threatened to call time on their relationship. Is this the end of Ian and Cindy? And can Bobby find a way to let Jane back into his life?